Welcome to Scrum Masters Elite _UK. Explore mindset, strategies, the winning spirit with us. Sign up now.
In elite sports, especially with a historically rich team like the All Blacks, the pressure to win has never been easy. Even a short period of underwhelming performance immediately focuses all eyes on the coaching staff, tactics, team spirit, and the future of the squad. That's why Dave Rennie's recent comments struck me, not merely as a tactical shift, but as an effort to reshape the collective mindset ahead of the upcoming international championship. The first thing that caught my attention wasn't the list of 34 players Rennie selected, but the philosophy he emphasized, putting work ethic above flashy moments. This is a perspective worth pondering in an era when fans are often drawn to spectacular plays, explosive moments, or viral highlights on social media. A player may execute a brilliant maneuver and instantly receive praise, but for a coach, what matters more is consistency, discipline, and the ability to contribute steadily to the team system. I wholeheartedly agree with that. In any field, not just sports, sustainable success is never built on a few moments of brilliance. People can impress for a day, but maintaining a high standard over months or years requires persistence and a strong work ethic.
Perhaps that's why Rennie emphasizes repeated effort rather than short-term displays. That is what builds true character. I also sense that Rennie wants to cultivate a more energetic, proactive, and fearless version of the All Blacks. His comments on counterattacks, seizing turnovers, and quick transitions indicate a desire to return the team to the speed and sharpness that once intimidated the world. One point that made me think deeply: last season, the team scored very few points from counterattacks and turnovers. For a team historically renowned for punishing opponents' mistakes almost instantly, that figure clearly reflects a significant issue in mindset. A strong team not only controls the game but also capitalizes on chaotic moments to create breakthroughs. Losing the threat in counterattacks means inadvertently losing part of the team's identity. I believe this also explains why many fans feel the All Blacks have recently lacked their familiar spark. They can still win matches and maintain a high winning percentage, but the emotional impact is no longer the same.
The team seems to play more safely, more pragmatically, and at times lacks the daring that once defined them. Of course, to be fair, Scott Robertson was not a bad coach. His win rate remained impressive, and he clearly had great expertise. But in elite sports, results alone don't satisfy everyone. Fans also want to see spirit, identity, and emotion in the team's play. Victory can bring joy, but an inspiring style of play creates long-term connection with the audience. I think Rennie fully understands this. His talk of optimism may sound simple, but it is extremely important. A team playing in fear of mistakes struggles to be creative. When players are obsessed with avoiding errors, they tend to choose safe options instead of daring to break new ground. Modern rugby requires extremely fast decision-making, and sometimes a single bold choice in a split second makes all the difference. What I like about Rennie's mindset is that he doesn't only talk about technique or tactics. He addresses mentality, positive spirit, and confidence.
This shows he understands that a great team cannot function solely on tactical drills. They need belief. They need the freedom to play their best rugby. I also think the pressure on Rennie will be immense. Leading the All Blacks has never been easy. This is a team where winning is almost expected. Just a few disappointing matches are enough to trigger massive debate. His willingness to openly discuss changing mindset and approach shows he's ready to face pressure rather than avoid it. Personally, I'm eager to see how he translates those statements onto the field. Talking about attacking rugby is easier than implementing it. Effective counterattacks require players with top-level fitness, fast game reading skills, and near-perfect coordination. Just one slow link can collapse the entire system. But if achieved, the rugby Rennie envisions will be thrilling to watch. What I appreciate is that he doesn't entirely blame his predecessor or try to create an extreme contrast. He simply emphasizes that the team needs to shift its mindset in certain areas. To me, this is a professional and respectful approach. In sports, every coach has a philosophy, and differences don't always equate to right or wrong. I've also drawn many lessons for myself.
First, the lesson of persistence. Standout moments may attract attention, but it's consistent work that determines how far we go. Second, the lesson of positive thinking. Fear of failure often limits human potential. Only by acting proactively and playing with optimism can breakthroughs happen. Additionally, I sense something crucial. Sometimes change doesn't come from replacing people, but from changing how they think. The All Blacks lineup may not differ drastically, but if the mindset and approach shift, the team's whole character can transform. For fans, I think this is also a time to exercise patience. Any transition takes time. We often want immediate results, but building a new identity is never completed in just a few matches. If Rennie genuinely wants a bolder, faster, and more proactive All Blacks, mistakes will happen. But sometimes those mistakes are the necessary price to rediscover the team's best version. Ultimately, what excites me most is not how many games the team will win, but how they will play. A team competing with confidence, passion, and belief always creates a special feeling for the audience. And if Rennie can truly instill that positive energy into the All Blacks, I believe this team can fully reclaim its fearsome image, not only strong, but thrilling the world every time they step on the field.
See you again. Stay persistent, keep a positive mindset, and never stop learning like the All Blacks.